the evil that lies within. From down in the fiery depths of the earth where nightmares begin.
Inhumanoids, Inhumanoids.
The evil that lies within.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. It's Tony back again with another look at a cartoon show from the lot behind me here. Odd show. Not one that we ever got on British television at the time when it came out. This came out in 1986. I don't know why we didn't get this, whether it was deemed sort of too over the top for UK children's TV, I'm not 100% sure. But it was Inhumanoids, the evil that lies within. Yeah, this was from the creators of Transformers and G.I. Joe, same animation team. Marvel had a hand in on this as well as. Came from a Hasbro toy line, like anything else with those kind of shows. Toy lines come first. They sort of trickled 6 episodes out, from what I can gather, to see how the show sort of played to an audience. I think there was 4 shows at the time this came out. So again, 1986. I think there was this. There was Gem and the Holograms. I can't think what the other 2 were. But out of the ones over those sort of like 6 segments, sort of like 5 to 7 minutes long, I think this and Gem and the Holograms were one that stood out, and they got complete runs. This is only 13 episodes. Gem and the Holograms ended up running for 65 altogether. But nevertheless, this is it's a really good show. Again, never heard on British TV at the time. Whether it was too intense for children's TV at the time, I'm not so sure why no one picked this up. It is quite hardcore. It is at the higher end of sort of what could be expected of kids TV. I mean, this depicts sort of like people melting under toxic waste and people having limbs cut off, and it was high end for kids television, and maybe that's why, you know what I mean, it was never picked up in the UK. And again, this is why I never saw this when it first came out. My first sort of dealings with this show and watching this show were years later on reruns on cable TV. So I wanted to say mid-90s. Again, I can't remember what channel on cable even picked this up, but I remember watching this on cable. Maybe even been the later 90s when this come through. It may have been on the back end of what was Jetix at the time, Fox Kids. It may have been on the later night Boomerang stuff that around the UK. They always showed more of this sort of like anime, sort of cartoon kind of stuff like this that was aimed at sort of a little older audience. But that's the first time I saw it. So this is a really strange one that this even got a DVD release. Again, it's a Metronome release. Metronome do a lot of stuff like this, and they decided to pick this up and run with it and packaged it quite well. There's some extra features on this. There's not a great deal. They did a complete series script, a look at the US Hasbro toy line, and there's a US Hasbro TV toy spot on it. So there's a little bit in the way of special features. Again, 13 episodes, and unlike other shows of the time, these episodes followed on. So you had to watch one episode into another episode. It was episodic. The whole storyline started and ended with the 13 episodes. So unlike other shows at the time where you could dip in and out and it didn't really matter, you know what I mean, where you picked up, this he ran a full story, which again was a rare thing at the time for kids shows like this to do. If you like things like Transformers, if you like shows like Mask, or if you like shows like G.I. Joe, what was the other one? Visionaries, shows like that, you will love this. It irks to all those kinds of shows. It feels like those kind of shows. Again, this release is a pretty much is a nice release. That's the back. Again, it breaks down each episode on the back, and this is quite basic inside. It's 2 discs. The artwork's slightly different on each. You've got a day and a night of the art on the discs. Yeah, it's an enjoyable show. It feels more sort of late teenish in the way it comes across. As an adult watching it now, you get that kind of vibe from it, as well as it didn't have the of cutesy like some of these shows had. It didn't get the of it was going to spawn a massive toy line like a lot of these shows did for Hasbro. This is quite dark, and I don't think the toy line did particularly well. I mean, I had a look earlier on eBay, and the toy line is available, and it's not overly expensive to collect for. And they were quite big and bulky looking toys. Personally, I don't remember the toy line in any way, shape or form in the UK. It was obviously available at some point in time, but it's not one that I remembered. And same for the show, not a show that we got in the UK, not a show that I remembered, but picked up later in time through the joys of cable TV. So yeah, if you haven't checked this out, give it a whirl. If you're looking for a copy on DVD, it can be expensive. This isn't a cheap one to find anymore. If you can find a copy in CEX, which I think after having a quick browse online, there are 2 copies available nationwide on CEX, and it sells for £10. If you're looking for it, get it that way. That is the cheapest way you're going to find it. If you're looking for this on eBay, holy shit, it goes for all kinds of money. I've seen it from as low as sort of £30 to £35. There's some people trying to charge £70 a copy for this now in mint condition. It's an expensive title to grab. So like I say, if you are looking for a copy, CEX currently have 2 second-hand copies for £10. That's probably the best way to try and grab it. If not, do not try and pick those up on eBay. They are extortionate amount of money. Just keep looking at CEX online, and it does crop up every now and again. That's why I got this copy, and this was mint when I got this. I've had this for a good few years now. I mean, I think this sort of 2005 this came out, so it has been out a good length of time now. But it is a nice one to put into the collection if you are sort of looking to collect 80s cartoon stuff. This is one that I would say genuinely have a look at. Watch some copies of it online. There's probably some stuff up on YouTube. Again, the intro's up on the beginning of this video. Have a look at it, you may enjoy it. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care, I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.